the first city we're going to cover is actually Darwin.
Oh,
So
wow. No way.
this year, Darwin has grown 10.2%
Yeah,
year to date.
that's really good.
What are your thoughts on Darwin, man? Have you got any buyers looking to buy in Darwin? What
I
have you seen?
I think it's probably part of what we're saying, right? Because people are getting priced out. Darwin's the new hot thing, and prices are affordable. Rent is decent for the prices. So I think as an investor, it's a no-brainer. And that 10% is actually crazy because a few months ago we were hearing a lot of locals complaining about this in Darwin, saying everything is getting too expensive because of people interstate trying to actually invest in there. So it isn't a market where I think it's gonna, just crash, but
Mhm.
it's definitely a market that's probably going to go get hot really quick and then maybe stagnate,
Yeah.
right? So if that's something that you're okay with, you just want a quick little hit in the first 5 years, I think it's probably a good bet. But I don't think it'd be something where you'd be realistically expecting it to consistently grow for ten years or something like that. What do you think?
I think you made some really good points for sure. Like, I do think it's not a long-term kind of play where I want to be in this market over a period of 5, 10 years and put all my money there for sure. We were
Yeah.
kind of doing some videos and covering Darwin from like end of 2024 because we've been looking at the data. We've been seeing a lot of great things. So from
Yes.
like an affordability point of view, to your point, the rental yields are great. It's literally a very affordable city. But my
Mm.
issue with Darwin, and we personally don't touch this city. We don't buy there at all. Even if a client wants to come there, we advise against. We haven't bought a property there yet. I know a
Mm.
lot of buyers agencies or specific agents buy in bulk, which is great. We just don't like it because of the fact that it's a purely a data-driven play. So if you look at the
Yes.
figures, there's not a lot of people actually living there. Those
Yeah.
population numbers really skew the data. There's a very low sample size to begin with. And if you do your research on Darwin, anyone actually working there today is not really living there half the time. They're there on project work, or they're there and fly in, fly out for, the natural gas
Yes.
industries, the mining industry. So it's a bit of a kind of, like a niche economy. So I don't
Yeah.
see the long-term fundamentals in Darwin. And because it's very investor driven, let's be real, this is an investor driven play. If
Definitely.
all these people get, 20, 30% growth in the next 2 years and they decide to sell and take profits, because I think a lot of them understand it's not a long-term play, what's going to happen to the market? A stock will just come flying in because people are trying to get out at the max price at the same time, and then you're
Mm.
at risk.
Yeah.
So we don't take those risks for a lot of clients. Now, to be honest, like if a client's got a very diversified portfolio anyway, and you've got a lot of property in like, the better locations for long term, there's no
Yeah.
harm in going to Darwin as long as you understand the pros and cons. We're not here to trash in the city by any means, but in general, like for me, Darwin's a no for our
Yeah.
clients. But if people are really, really keen to get in there, I would highly advise you're already diversified in better locations,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you said, with people flying in and flying out, you don't want to be in regions where people don't have a certain culture or identity with that place because sometimes these are the things that really drive up prices is
Yes.
people not wanting to sell and really wanting to stay there, right?
Mhm.
And so with Darwin, yes, it's probably really close to the rest of the world, it's very close to Asia, but there isn't a lot of government funding that I'm hearing. There isn't a lot of development that I know of, and there doesn't really seem much going on other than, as you said, people are just seeing the numbers, it works, and they're just pressing a button and saying this is the next thing. And investors can still make you successful, right? Just because something's hyped and you can definitely ride the wave. But as you said, if everyone starts going out of there and you don't have a diverse portfolio where you've got three, four other places, then it does sound like a lot of risk for not much gain.